That camera should have definitely been more your way. Alright, well, welcome back into another episode of Fatboy Skinny, where nothing we says matters, and it's all probably bullshit and lies. Today's episode, Where Do Squirrels Go During Hurricanes? Twisted Metal finally gets a TV series, and possibly some lakeside shenanigans. We'll see which one of those actually gets talked about. My name is Dave, but now it's time to introduce two guys who probably still own their entire middle school collection full of aluminum foil tin weed pipes. Ryan Davis and Greg Porter. Oh, and then also Derek Skiles.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ryan looks a lot different.
he's
Ryan shaved.
he's shaved. He bulked up a little bit.
He finally decided to eat.
I don't think he's 112 pounds anymore.
No.
So I'm glad that we're just all in agreement on that.
I'm bigger than Ryan.
Yes, absolutely. That goes without saying. Camera doesn't lie.
I thought you were going to talk more about the aluminum foil weed pipes from middle school, but that's fine. I guess if you want to carry it in a different direction, that's all on you.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Those foil pipes were not a thing in my past because I was very even-keeled and behaved myself dearly.
Yeah, and I went to Bible school as a child, so I had no time for anything of that nature. That was not cool in my house.
I was not privy to that kind of thing.
I only smoked out of bongs. Yeah.
The way the Lord intended.
The way the Lord intended.
The bong's made out of a Gatorade bottle, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
Obviously not. I'm still pretty sure you need aluminum foil for that, but that's neither.
It's
here nor
possible.
there. Yeah. I found out when I was a kid. So my father did a lot of work like with piping and everything with electrical. So
you still used aluminum foil?
No. Well, the reason I had to go back to aluminum foil was I found out that if you smoke out of brass, apparently that's bad for you. Did you know that?
No.
What would you smoke out of brass? Like, what's the situation in which you're using brass to smoke?
Well, he just had all these like connection pieces and everything, so I was able to like.
Did you weld a pipe?
No, I mean it was threaded. You know, you put it all together. You go to the kitchen sink. You take the
pipes.
You go to the kitchen sink and you take the filter, from the screen from the kitchen sink thing, and you put it in there. And
I pictured Dave smoking from like a trombone. You know what I mean? Just complete brass. It was like you've never seen it. You've never seen anything like this.
I was picturing like him pulling out one of those briefcases like assassins had in movies where they pull it out and the gun's all in pieces and they like put it back together, but it's just a pipe.
Just assemble it.
It's just a small bits and pieces of pipe that he swivels.
You have 45 seconds to get that assembled or it doesn't happen.
Like boot camp for weed.
Yeah.
Put it together, take it apart, clean it.
In the field, you're not going to have that time.
Better get all the resin out of that. You're going to use it later.
See, you guys are going to have to like fact check me on that. I don't know what the military standard is.
Well, he's from the Navy, so he doesn't know what that is either.
Yeah, I think I shot a gun about a total of 3 times, and 2 of them were out of an air pistol.
That is disgusting. Are you serious?
Yeah, so the shooting range was down when I was going through boot camp.
The entire time?
How is a shooting range down?
I don't know. They kept having people miss. I think it was more of a staffing issue.
We didn't sign up for this.
They were hitting the wrong damn target.
Most of the Purple Hearts in the Navy come out of boot camp. Yeah, it was just these little like airsoft pistols that they had like a hose hooked up to and a laser pointer on the front. It was like video games. Basically.
You shot with a laser pointer in boot camp?
Yep, and I hit an expert.
Well, duh. Well, how many times did you hit him?
Could you imagine those stories? Like, yeah, I totally saw action. Where was your action? Boot camp.
Boot camp. Got the scars to prove it. I was an expert. This Skiles guy shot me like 3 times.
We were trying to get out of the Navy at that point. When we realized we were shooting with air pistols, we started shooting each other on purpose.
It's like, how can we get out of this with full benefits?
That is insane. I don't know. Do you want to go to the Navy direction, or you want to go back to the weed direction? Whatever you guys are feeling.
A lot of my stories about the Navy, I'm not allowed to tell anymore, for legal reasons. Not because it's top secret, just because I may not be allowed in certain countries again if I tell these stories.
So you're saying this is HIPAA?
Yeah. Any stories about Thailand, I can tell. But
and I think we're all curious about your Bangkok stories.
Nah, we never actually hit any Thailand or anything. The only places we hit were like Bahrain and Dubai. So, we just drove Lamborghinis and stayed away from prostitutes.
One of those two things is a lie. One, and I think it's the latter.
And for city folk, we just try and avoid Prospect.
Wow. If you're not a Kansas City native, that's where he grew up.
Yes.
So that's what
Yeah, the furthest I traveled wasn't Thailand. I can tell you that. It was like Arkansas.
Close enough. Close enough.
On the border, just enough to say I was there.
I mean, you could probably get the same things in Arkansas than you can get in Thailand.
Okay.
And most of the gangs in Arkansas are just made up of one giant family, like cousins and brothers and brother cousins and
Yeah, they
sister aunts, much like Thailand.
It's a very evolved Hatfields and McCoy situation.
Damn, I don't get that reference.
You don't know the Hatfields and McCoys?
Is that
don't.
Breaking Bad or
No, it's like a classic story of two families that absolutely despised each other. They actually made a TV series about it.
The Capulets and the whatever.
The Montagues.
From Romeo and Juliet.
Very similar, in a way, just not as romantic.
Redneck.
Actually, no, they did. It's like
Romeo
yeah,
and
no, a
Juliet.
Hatfield.
Redneck
Yeah, no,
Romeo and
I'm pretty
Juliet.
sure a
Redneck
Hatfield and
Romeo and
McCoy
Juliet.
ended up eloping. And that's why they went to war. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, very similar.
What is the name of this show? Like I'm
The Hatfields and McCoys.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's it. It's this whole time. Dave, base of me.
so I stop. Am I allowed to tell this story?
Sure, I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna get your permission. So he gets out of the
You're gonna
Navy.
get him kicked out of America.
Well, he's already kicked out of 2 other countries. Might as well add this one to the list.
Hey, 3. I'm a respectable Navyman.
So I go to pick him up his first bag of, Missouri's finest, the day after he gets out or whatever. And I go to this particular place. It doesn't pay us to say it, but I got to say it because it's part of the joke. And it was based on me. And it's, they got a couple of establishments. So I come back. He's there. I give it to him. And my girlfriend, she goes, oh, where'd you get that? I go, from a place called Base on Me. And she goes, oh, that's awesome. You got it? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, where from?
Instantly forgot.
I was like, I'm fairly certain we just had this conversation. Am I already high? Like,
No, it sounds like she already went there.
Yeah, right. It sounds like she just came back from it, so.
Where'd you get it? Base of me. Oh, wait, you got it? Yeah. Where'd you get it? Base of me.
Still based on me. Like it hasn't changed in the 30 seconds we've been talking. I've literally never left your eyesight this entire time. So, speaking of funny stories, well, here we'll start with you, Greg Porter. You do anything fun this weekend?
I mean, yeah, it was a busy weekend. I didn't really do anything like funny. It was just a whole bunch of like went and visited my aunt and uncle's house out at Knob.
You're right. That's really boring. So
See?
anyway,
Okay, here we go. I tried to warn you. It's like I literally just went and visited family, saw some work friends, went and saw the Super Mario movie.
Okay,
and
actually, I do want to talk about that. Is that any good?
it actually is, but
Yeah,
it was I was very thoroughly entertained.
Did Chris Pratt do a good job as Mario?
Yeah, I mean, because they made the accent a joke. Like, that's how because you know how we got in trouble for, like, having an accent, the fake Italian Mario accident? Or accident?
How do you get
accent?
Yeah. Who's mad at Chris Pratt for faking an Italian accent?
People, apparently. Like, it was like a big thing. I saw it all over the place. Like,
Did they never see the original live-action Super Mario Brothers movie? It had John Leguizamo in it doing an accent.
I mean,
okay?
again, people have short-term memory. So it's like they forgot all about that. But it was actually pretty good. I liked it. Just because I'm a Nintendo nerd, like, grew up on it and everything, so, like, got a kick out of it. And, like, well, we saw it Saturday night after I went to a coworker's retirement party, and Kinley goes, "Oh my God, what is that?" Okay, I could just okay. But anyway, it was like a coworker's party where we were going, and like Kinley's like, "I want to see the Mario movie." I was like, "Honey, it is like 9:00," and she was like, "Well, we don't have to go, but if we do go, we'd be legends." So I had to go see it.
I love the way that she
That's an excellent marketing strategy.
Yeah, I was like, I really was gonna like full bore go home because I was like, but when
what does full bore going home mean?
It means if they go, they'll be legendary.
Yeah, that means I'm all in at this point. It's like, because if I have an opportunity to become a legend, I'm gonna do it. So we did, became legends, ate popcorn and all that stuff, watched the Mario movie, and went home and went to bed. But it was actually entertaining. It really was.
So that is that. All right, so me and Derek last week was my birthday, and so on Thursday of last week we went out per my birthday wishes to go watch a whole bunch of horror movies. Well, we didn't get up in time to watch a whole bunch of them, but we did watch 2.
So you saw 2. I was about to say 2.
Yeah, we saw 2.
I was gonna say
2. One is Nefarious, which, by the way, just missed that. You don't even got to watch that when it's streaming. It's not worth it. But Evil Dead Rise is a great movie, in my opinion. I know Derek has a different opinion, but the one thing that we can agree on when it comes to Evil Dead Rise is it is gorier than shit. There is a ton of swearing, gore. It is for adults only, TVMA, rated R. Me and Derek, for the first 5 minutes, are the only people in the movie theater. And then these 2 women come into the movie theater with what I can only describe as the most unfortunate 5-year-old I've ever known in my entire life. And this entire movie, I just keep hearing this kid in the back going, yeah! And I'm like, I don't know what that noise means, but he probably shouldn't be here for a reason.
Oh no, don't go in there.
Dude, it was terrible. Literally, the movie ends with this woman shoving a family of people into a wood chipper and being rained down upon her by their blood as she's holding a chainsaw. And I can only imagine what this 5-year-old is thinking. I wish I would have went to the Mario movie.
that kid is never sleeping again, man.
And you're not even going to put out a spoiler alert on that? You're just going to tell the whole ending of the movie? Come on now.
Yeah, no
day
kidding.
one.
That's a Dave
If you
one.
want to know how the movie ends, here it is, play by play.
That's Dave one.
I will put in the description of this video that there's a spoiler alert for Evil Dead Rise. I'm sure anybody watching this, huh?
We can just bleep it out.
I'm not gonna bleep out a whole segment. What happened to your hair? You had it in a man bun. Now you look like They look like you're trying to sell me chewing tobacco. What's going on? Get in the camera so everybody knows what I mean.
No, that's the nicotine-free tobacco.
This is the skinniest Sasquatch you've ever seen in your life.
That's Leonard Skinner, Ryan.
You're trying to buy it?
Yeah.
All right, well.
What you think I'm selling?
This is Leonard Skinner.
You know what? In the comment section, think of what he might be selling to you right now.
Too
Weed.
much candy. Candy out of a windowless van.
Aluminum foil.
Way better guess.
Aluminum
Way
foil and a
better
pencil.
Close, actually.
In a foil pipe.
And a foil pipe.
But no. Anyway, I hope that kid's parents took him home and then made him watch Fargo. Just double down on it. Just real bad. It's like, hey kid, this is how you're gonna be now. We're gonna rename you Callus.
And you know what? And the night with
Yeah.
Cruel Intentions, and just kind of hit all the spectrums of things kids shouldn't be watching.
Make this kid grow up quick.
Well, something's gonna grow up real quick if he's watching Cruel Intentions. I'll tell you that much. And I don't know if you remember exactly. My phone's still on. Silence your phones. What's wrong with you guys?
Be professional. Fuck legs.
Good God, this is why do we do this?
Because we'll be legendary.
Right,
Legendary. Yes, we're gonna be legends.
Full bore legendary.
I'm glad you learned that one. That's a good one.
Watching Mario Brothers at 9:00 at night on a Saturday.
Why
That's
do we do
That's like this podcast's catchphrase is why do we listen to this podcast? Because we'll be legendary.
Legendary. And nothing says living life on the edge like going to see the Mario Brothers movie on a Saturday at 9 p.m.
So essentially what you're saying is this podcast is for anybody over 35.
I'm 30.
Okay.
Hey.
Stop listening right now.
He
Stop listening.
He can watch the Mario movie at 11. So that's,
Yeah,
I mean,
I just
it
start
is-
getting weird looks from moms in the theater when I'm just the only guy there.
well, depends what you're doing in the theater, Pee Wee Herman. So what we
Yikes.
ended up doing,
That took a dark turn.
did it though.
Just because we talked about a wood chipper doesn't mean we got to bring up Pee Wee Herman.
I mean, we're just trying to hit all the angles right now.
That's a hell of an angle.
So one of the things that we ended up doing this weekend is he's got some property down in the Lake of the Ozarks. And Derek, go ahead and explain your property. Tell the viewers what. Paint the picture.
The viewers.
For everybody. The viewers.
Paint the view. Yeah,
Tell
so
them the address.
it's on.
Tell them the address. Tell them how to get there. Do you have to pass the church? you have to pass the church?
That's probably the best part, or the first best part of the trip is like I never learned the actual address down there. So my
We
mom,
still don't, by the way.
We still don't.
I have no idea. There's no house
We
number. on this
stayed in
thing.
the house. We don't know what the
it's
address
it's
is.
the hillbilly driving instructions. When you see the churches, you turn left, or the Sonic, or the Dairy Queen.
That's exactly
Actually,
what happened.
yes.
Yeah.
My mom wrote me down instructions, and all it says is make a right at the gas station / pottery store.
Which is one of my favorite.
Go until
instructions.
you see the huge sign,
Yeah, the
and then
huge
underneath
sign.
it's scribbled in, not the large sign.
The little sign.
I literally, as we were driving, there was what I would have considered a big sign that was talking about the particular bend that, we were going to be going to. And I was like, oh, it's got to be here. And he goes, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's big enough. And we're laughing. And sure enough, like a mile later, nope, that was
That's
the
the
large
huge
sign.
sign.
This is the huge sign. I was like, huge in comparison to what?
Man,
It's just
ambiguous
a huge
information.
It is.
Keep going down the road, and all it says is go past the church. All it says is go past the church. And we're like, that's the only option. The road goes right past the church. So why did you point out the church?
You
Just keep going.
You don't go to the church and then turn around at the church. You've defeated the whole purpose of going this direction.
And then it just ends up being like, finally go past the antique store / animal rescue.
The thrift store / animal rescue, which exists, by the way. There's literally a place down there that's animal rescue / thrift store. And I don't know what's in there because we were
I have
too
a
afraid. Just one? You only have one question?
Well, I'm going to start with one. What type of animal would you find at a thrift store animal shelter?
A bobcat.
A bobcat crossed with an iguana or
That
something?
was way too quick of an answer, Derek. It's like you've been there before.
I used to work there in the summers.
Yeah.
There's
That's
3
my summer
bobcats.
Crossed with an iguana, the bobguana.
The occasional bear or escaped refugee deer from the hunting reservation up the road.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing they have around that area. Literally a place that you go. It's like a gentleman's club kind of thing, not stripper club, but you know what I'm talking about. A country club. There we go. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
where they just roll out a bobcat
Gentleman's
and see who's
club.
willing to stay the longest.
No, well, those are called cougars, but no.
Okay.
But no, this whole area is like fenced in and everything, and they feed the deer in there, and you can just pay to go in and quote unquote hunt the deer. But dude, we're literally driving by it, and the deer are at the fence looking at us like, oh shit, that's a Hyundai. I like that car. That's awesome. Like, it's so used to human beings. Like,
Which
you don't
makes
have
you
to have
really
a gun.
wonder, are they hunting deer there? Those deer seemed really passive, like they'd never been shot at.
No, it sounds like a dairy farm to
Visitors
me.
welcome on the
It's
front sign.
It's not a, first off, deer don't produce, you don't milk a deer.
You could milk a deer.
You can milk anything with a nipple, but I'm just... Sorry, that just felt really weird coming out of my mouth. You can milk anything with a nipple.
I learned all
I have nipples, Dave. Can you milk me?
I mean, you
Robert
can
De
milk,
Niro taught me this.
you can milk an almond, so
Exactly.
I'm sure you can milk anything, I guess. But
But how do they get the almond milk?
Show me the teat on an almond.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know if I want to answer that question. I'm just saying I don't think that they have them there to harvest deer milk. I don't think that that's the,
It sounds like a dairy farm to me. It's like, do you want some summer sausage? When they come up to you, here's your freaking rental gun. Bang.
But that's the thing is, you wouldn't even have to shoot them. Like, you can just have like an average
So
size
you put them in a
Bowie knife.
sleeper hold? It's just
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
up on their back and put them in a sleeper hold. It's like, that's it, you little doe. Gotcha.
I was still gonna use a knife, but like, yeah, no, surely I'm gonna suplex a deer to death. That's definitely what I'm going for.
Well, you probably get more bang for your buck that way. Ba-ding.
It puts up more of a fight.
Wow. I don't know if that was a pun or what that was.
Oh, it was definitely a pun.
Not a real great one. So
No.
anyway, so we actually, and I don't know if you know this, Derek, but you left those directions, those written directions behind in the car.
Well, now you always know how to get down there.
Oh no, we're in the process.
You guys
of
map
framing
quested
them.
this place essentially?
No.
You
no,
guys
it's-
old
no,
even
no, this-
predates MapQuest where
this-
it's handwritten
This
instructions.
is his mom's handwritten directions, and it's
Look
not
at Derek
from
confused
MapQuest
on what
days.
MapQuest is.
No, it's
We didn't go on any quests.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm not sure he knows what MapQuest is. Like
What is this,
the look of
Dungeons and
confusion I
Dragons?
just got,
Do
I was
that
like, I'm
shit?
not sure if he knows what MapQuest is. Are you privy to what MapQuest is?
Is that like Netflix? Like,
No,
you watch
this is like
movies
at
and
the
shit?
early stages of internet. So
I remember what MapQuest
okay.
is. Yeah.
I was about to say, my God.
He's from Staley. They had internet way better than our internet.
I just
okay, at
remember
the
like
time.
my
It's-
mom having like 36 pages like printed out on our drive to like North Carolina one year. I'm like, yeah, it's like because you have every turn printed out on a sheet with like the web address and the ads, everything on it.
There was a time I was coming back from North Carolina for leave, so I was coming from North Carolina back to here. And the way that I had MapQuested it and printed it off took me.
You got a whole binder. It's like you have a MapQuest binder.
It wasn't a whole binder, but it was definitely in a folder because you couldn't lose one of the pages, otherwise you're fucked.
Then you're done.
Like you're done.
At the front of the binder is his Pokemon cards.
Obviously, duh.
Yeah, there's no redirecting on MapQuest.
Which
It's like
all I
once you-
had was 37 Bulbasaur cards.
I wonder how many marriages ended due to MapQuest.
I want to know what you mean by. I had a story to tell, but I kind of want to know what that means.
No.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like, you lose one page of the MapQuest, it's like, babe, this is page 33. The next one says 36. Where's the other two? Where do we go? It's like, God, now we're stuck in the middle of nowhere. How many left turns and right turns do we make?
Or the person in charge of directions misses a turn.
Yeah,
and
that's
you gotta
typically the
figure out how to
passenger,
now you got to
whoever
figure
that
out
is.
backwards how to get back to the road.
Exactly.
So
then now you're asking locals to get to page 36.
Excuse me, ma'am. How do I get to page 38?
Yeah, it's like, look, this is where we left off, and this is where we're trying to get. How do I get there?
How do I get to where it's 0.4 miles to McClellan Road?
Can you write
That's-
that?
that's-
Can you write that on this napkin?
So I was coming back for leave and had my MapQuest printed off and everything. And this, again, at the time, I had like a Cricket flip phone or whatever, you know. And so I'm going through Indianapolis, and for whatever reason, Indianapolis decided to be like MoDOT, shut down like the 3 major highways in the area and not even put up detour signs. So I'm literally having to call my mother at home. And this is like 2008, you know, calling my mother at home like, Mom, I need you to get on MapQuest real quick and let me know where the hell I gotta go. And she's like, where are you at? And I'm like, hold on. Looks like 13th and fuck, I don't know. Like, I'm in the middle of Indianapolis. Tell me how to get
To
here.
the days of number 1 MapQuest.
Well, I'm
And
just
then
saying.
number 2 home phones.
Well, home
Didn't you have to
phones,
get on
yeah.
Ask Jeeves just to find MapQuest?
Essentially.
You could use Bing. Bing was an option too, you know. But yeah, so the whole directions down there. We have the handwritten letter basically that his mom had written for all these directions. We're going to frame it and we're going to end up hanging it at his lake house because they are glorious directions. So we get to the lake house. And the first night, you know, you do everything you do the first night, like turn the water on and get everything kind of pulled out. And what is going on here right now?
Just checking something.
Good content.
Yeah. Hey, if you're not watching the video portion of this, you probably have no idea that a looks like legitimate hockey player is
Well, that's false.
well, you're
Move your goddamn.
No, it looks like a South Beach
this
rollerblader.
that's called a laptop.
Yeah.
A laptop.
Thank you.
Yeah, is
That
the
thing.
computer in
There
your way,
we
Ryan?
go,
Is that a problem right now? What are you even trying to do? Yes, everything makes
Yeah, we're
colors.
checking out. We're good.
Cool. I'm glad you decided to do this 30 minutes into the show. That's awesome. That was the perfect time to do it.
That's my job.
Why don't you go
Thank
get
you.
icing
I'll be-
or something?
I'll be here all. Well, I live
Icing?
here, so I'll be here probably forever. But
All right, go pick up some litter.
man,
Don't you have some court-ordered community service to get done?
Or a dentist to see. So we
This
get
is shitting on Ryan.
Don't you got some bottled water drinkers to go shame?
yo. What's wrong with bottled water though? What's wrong with bottled water?
Oh, trust me, it damages the environment.
Where's your sign
Why?
that says
Bottom-
why lie? I need a beer.
Yeah.
I got one over there. I'll be back.
Whatever, skinny ass Jason Momoa. Just close the door behind you.
Skinny ass
Okay?
Jason Momoa. Dude, that was
Of course
too,
you like that.
That was an absolute compliment.
Don't tell all the.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I got the lady upstairs. I'm not trying to get.
I don't know what words are coming out of your mouth right now. Go brush your teeth. So,
Hey, first of all, fuck you for that. Go brush your teeth. The fuck does that mean?
You stay at home, you loser.
I live at home. This is where I'm at.
Why do you have sunglasses on?
I don't know. Fuck you guys.
This has been Shitting on Ryan.
Okay.
We're gonna have to come up with a whole I might do that.
We should have map
I might do that
question.
tomorrow.
Like a jingle.
Yeah, a little jingle like shitting on Ryan. Da-da.
We should have gave him some map quest directions to like his bed or something.
Turn left at the stairs for 3 steps.
And then you got a hard right.
Keep
Another
going
5
past
steps.
The huge, go past the huge picture.
Yeah, it's gonna be a combination of map quests and old school directions. You know,
Yeah.
when you see the Chiefs memorabilia, take a left.
Yeah, weave in between the dogs and you're there.
So we get down to the lake, and like I said, first night, normal first night, just having some beers, grilled up some burgers, all that good stuff. Da da da. So the next day, we decide we're gonna go on a drive to go see the area.
What'd
right?
you call it?
A drive.
Oh, okay. I thought you called it something different
I
yesterday.
did call it something different when we were there. Yes, I did.
A journey.
A quest.
Sure, a quest, if you will.
Oh, but with the map quest,
to find a map,
with the
yeah.
map quest being, it kind of ruined that, didn't it?
So we decided to go on this little drive to go see the area and everything. It's all gravel roads and shit. We're just trying to see what the community's like. We come across the bar, and it's like noon 30. It's time to get some food, stop in there, eat, have a couple drinks of water for me because I'm driving, and so then we head out again. Now, which one of these we're gonna start with?
I wouldn't bother with the Marina one. That one was kind
Yeah,
of
no, there were past. Oh,
I
the
would
bow
start
story.
with
The bow story.
Bo, yeah.
Bows before the bar. So, at this point, my girlfriend, she has this brand new water bottle, and she's riding in the back seat. And all of a sudden, we just hear her go, "I don't know how this bottle works," and we're like, "What the fuck?" She goes, I mean, like, do you have a cucumber? And I'm like, hold on, even more, what the fuck? Like, none of this makes, like, what are you doing back there? Like,
Oh, was she wanting to make cucumber water?
I had one of those fancy bottles you can put like fruit or vegetables.
Okay, I was gonna
to
say
make,
because like the
fancy
Ozarks,
water.
it's like we stopped over to a place at Ozarks one time. I was like, you gotta try some of this cucumber water my wife made, and I was like, what is cucumber water? And
well, it depends on how she saturated the cucumber too. You always have to ask that
no,
question.
that mean what you're implying is she tried to pickle the cucumber. No, this was just sliced cucumber that goes into water.
And that's,
Okay.
that's what Jamie wanted.
Okay, cool. So we were on the search
Oh,
for.
she want to do the pickling part
But
or
see,
put it in her water?
Put it
This
in the water.
is
Okay.
Put it in the water.
That's also the thing about the Ozarks.
She wasn't trying to make water. She was trying
okay.
to put it in her water.
I'm gonna rebrand this.
Well, that's the thing about the Ozarks is everybody has a specific service down there. Like, there's just a guy with a sign on the front of his garage that says "free air, $1 per tire."
tire.
Then it's not free.
You don't understand what free means, Jed. I need you.
Two doors down, you got a guy. We got cucumbers and motor oil.
Hey, that's like service fees at the checkout on any online transaction, though.
How are you paying your mortgage with the $3 duck eggs? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's a free service, but the service charge is $1.
Well, let's talk about service charges. So we're on a search for cucumbers so she can put it in her water.
Yep.
We ain't got shit else to do. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're driving around having a great time. And so we stop at this, you know what I'm saying, what I mean by general store in the Ozarks. Like, it's this small place. You know that they sell alcohol and cigarettes for sure, but now you got to figure out what other goods they're selling in this place. So we walk in, and no, sure enough, there's no cucumbers, but we needed a portable speaker. We're like, oh shit, we didn't have one last night. Let's get a portable speaker. We'll listen to music. So I pick one up off the rack.
What an interesting conversation to walk into.
Oh, trust me, it gets better. So on the back of this speaker is the price tag that says $24.99. I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to spend that for a Bluetooth speaker. No big deal. So I pick it up. I go to the counter, and I'm like, here you go, man. It's all I need for today. And he rings it up and goes, I'll $5. And I was like, cool. So I pull my debit card out of my wallet. And he looks at it, and he points immediately to a handwritten sign that is taped to the counter that says, must be $10 or more to use a debit or credit card. So I looked at him like, Bo, I'm trying to give you my currency in exchange for your goods. It seems that we're at a bit of an impasse here. I don't have any way to do it outside of this plastic card that I have. And he goes, well, I mean, you got it. I was like, okay, well, Bo, like, it says $10 like on the back of this thing. And I showed him the label. I go, it's $24.99. Like, I should be able to pay. He goes, well, I tell you what, I'll give it to you for $10 so you can swipe that card. And I'm like, good job, Bo. You did amazing. I will definitely take this for $10.
I hope that thing didn't work.
Oh, no, it
so
worked.
bad.
It worked like a
Swindled
charm.
you. He swindled you.
So I just know that his hillbilly ass was going to the owner of that place the next day like, here, this motherfucker. I told him it was $5, but I got his ass for 10. I got him. But like this sticker on the back is
$24.99.
He's like, I arithmetic the shit out of that guy.
it's like, Bo, you are not good at what you do, and I appreciate you for that. That is awesome. So, yeah, I got a discounted portable speaker there, and so we're all having a great time talking about this conversation. We are like, hey, we found this other bar, let's go ahead and swing back by it, and we go by it, right? And this bar is great. We already had some conversations outside about it, so you kind of understand. But at one point, at this point, we're walking to this bar. It's that freaking close, right? So we're all just getting slam hammered. And we're on the back deck of this bar. Slam hammered. Ham slammered? Slammered?
Ham slammered sounds way dirtier.
It does sound a lot dirtier. It sounds like something that Bo would sell you for $10.
What are you doing in the bathroom? Ham slamming?
It does.
So we're on the back of this patio, and Jemmy's trying to ask Derek about the property that we're staying at. And she was like, so, how did you guys get, the trailer that we're staying at? And he goes, oh, from a friend on my dad's side. And she goes, oh, or a friend of my dad's, sorry. He goes, we got it from a friend of my dad's. And she goes, oh, what side? And we all kind of stop and look at him. We're like, and he goes, from my dad's side? Like, my dad's friend from my mom's side wouldn't make any sense. So, like,
no, they still play cassette tapes. So there's an A and a B side.
Dude,
that was the karaoke options to choose from. The cassette discs.
Oh my God! And the karaoke the Ozarks needs to. You can tell because they did have karaoke that night. Now it was kind of right as we were leaving.
Hey man, that's why they laundered money and made a bunch of money on the Netflix series and stuff like that.
That you know what? That's fine. I have no problem with it. But I will tell you this: you absolutely know the audience of where you're at in the Ozarks by what's available in the karaoke catalog. So Jemmy decided she was going to go up and do Frank Sinatra because that makes
throw
sense.
Off the whole,
but they had it on hand.
The whole bar.
Well, yeah, a white guy. Of course they had Frank Sinatra, right? So me and Derek were like, you know what? We'll mess with everybody. We'll do Forgot About Dre. We'll do Forgot About Dre and just mess with everybody. So Derek goes up and asks them, they're like, we ain't got that. Here's the book. Here's the catalog. And so we bring it back to the table, and we're looking through it. There is one rap song in the entire
rap song.
70...
I thought you were gonna say there's one black guy on a cassette tape, and I was gonna have a guess, but it wasn't gonna probably be a rap song.
Anyway, there was one.
I was going Hootie and the Blowfish.
I knew you were. I knew you were. I didn't know if the audience was.
Or Darius Rucker, one of them.
Hey, Ryan.
And both of them.
Ryan, close them blinds all the way.
Yeah, gotcha.
And both of those singers are in the catalog, but they're in the back of the catalog.
They're in the back of the catalog.
Oh.
They're very deep.
We're just speaking facts here, okay? So, but yeah, they had one rap song. Now, if I say the name Snoop Dogg, you could probably name 3 songs he's ever done or been on, right? At least off the top of your head, right?
Trying to think of the one that they chose.
I have literally, and I grew up listening to rap, I have literally never heard, it was like something like Right Back At Ya or something, or Bitch I Gotcha, or I've never heard of this Snoop Dogg song in my entire life. It was the one rap song that they put in there for diversity of portfolio. That's the only only thing I can think of. The only reason I can think of that they were like, nobody's gonna choose this song. Ain't nobody know that song. I mean, you obviously the first Snoop Dogg song that you would put on a karaoke list would be rolling down the street, smoking and sipping on gin and juice. I thought you were gonna do it. You have the deepest voice. That's fine.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money. There we go. Well.
But it sounds like instead they just took somebody's repossession or whatever else and dug out whatever they got out of the car and used those.
The one.
We still should have tried to sing that song because there's no way anybody would have known we were singing it wrong.
We should have just had them play the beat and then still just done forgot about Dre over it.
Free versed.
Just
Yeah.
freestyling.
It's like, all right, play Journey, but we're gonna use these lyrics.
Right. You can play whatever background music you
something.
want, Brett, but I'm gonna sing whatever I want over top of it.
Because they would have got worked up over
Is this
Journey.
karaoke or not?
But yeah, so that was
It was a fun trip.
Yeah,
It was a fun trip down there. The lake's still too low, so no going out on boats or anything, but just like going bar to bar was a blast down there.
Well, I'm just glad you guys made it. I mean, dude, MapQuest is hard, let alone handwritten MapQuest.
Well, when you know to go past the church,
I mean,
like,
we went
everything's
past the
easier.
church
It was
a
go
lot.
past the church,
Yeah.
then go till you can't go no more and take a left.
yeah. And the other thing too was that last bar we were at, they had a cigarette machine. I don't know if
oh yeah,
yeah, remember those? So we leave, and we get back, and again, this bar is like less than an eighth of a mile from where he stays at.
It was popping,
so
though.
so we get back, and we're like, oh crap, we don't have enough cigarettes. So I jump back out. I go to the ATM because I know I'm gonna need cash money, and I pull that out. Cash money, also something they didn't have on karaoke. So I pull it out, and I got $40. And I walk into where the cigarette machine is at, and here's a woman, older lady, and she's got the whole machine open, and she's just grabbing packs of cigarettes out of it. And I was like, hey, you have the cheat code. I didn't know that. She goes, well, I'm the owner. I can do this. And am I about to get robbed? Do you need $1?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I know, yeah, but I mean, like, you trying to hold on to a cigarette? Is that what you
oh, he's
want,
holding on
or-
to me. He's fine.
I'm in here. We're good. I got one hit McGee over here.
No, I'm half man, half Lieutenant Dan, man. I'm good.
It's a good joke.
Is it?
It's a good joke.
Oh, because you're a cripple. That's right.
I'm not a cripple. I'm
You ain't
reformed.
you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
It was a dirt bike accident.
Yeah, I tried to do a double fucking flip over the Grand Canyon. Failed.
That's true. That's so fucking true. I saw it. I saw
No,
it.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's absolutely not true.
It was on PBS. Do you not get PBS anymore?
No.
That's why you didn't see it.
Who watches PBS?
Well, it's got Arthur
My
on it.
tens of fans do.
My tens of fans of your dirt biking escapades.
Yes.
Is PBS is also funded by viewers like them?
It's public viewing, yes.
It's the public broadcast system.
That's fine. My tens of fans, don't knock them just because they want to go antenna.
I don't know what to do with this. I'm at such a loss of like where to transition from this particular kind.
There is no transitions. We are transition
until-
free.
No, it's not called transition. It's called
Segway free.
Segway.
Segway free. Well, you know
That's
what?
right.
If you would have
Yeah.
jumped over
Yeah.
the if you would have jumped over the Grand Canyon in a Segway,
I'm just saying,
Then it would-
we're anti-Paul Blart here. We don't
Now,
segue
down
for
at the
nothing.
Lake of the Ozarks, it's anti-trans.
Oh, dang.
100%.
All right, we just
I'm
just
just-
hit home. We just
wanna-
hit home. We did it. We did it. We did it. There it was. 37 minutes in. We did it.
I wanted you to bring up your
I'm glad you toasted a
fucking,
in
your
front of
music and band game. You know what I'm talking about?
my music and band game.
Yeah, you
Rock
I'll
band?
pull up the text right now. The text that you sent me for like, hey, let's do this on the podcast. Hold on.
I'm convinced it's
Give
Rock
me a
Band.
second.
You got Rock Band?
No, I think you
don't
wanted to go
know.
like best like bands of all time, like your 3 songs or something like that.
Oh,
Was that it?
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people had commented actually.
I mean,
On
that's what
this.
I was saying. That
Pretty sure
people
I commented.
commented.
I got
here,
nothing.
Let me pull that up.
Well, here it's on my Facebook. That's where they commented anyway. I'll just pull up what people had to say about it.
Great content.
This is
No, we're good. It's a.
This is
Yeah,
not a
it's a-
segue.
it's not a segue, really?
No.
Really?
Just because there's no dead air doesn't mean it's a segue.
I don't know your freaking Wi-Fi.
Derek, say something funny.
Zibbida-zooey.
That's
Got Ryan to
Zippity
laugh. Hey, that got Ryan to laugh. Hey,
wasn't even a real word, but you know what? That's all right.
Abba Zabba?
hey,
You're my only friend.
Rule number 1 in comedy is find your audience, and I just found mine.
Yeah, Ryan. You have Ryan.
All right.
I'll tell you, that is a very niche audience.
Well, I mean, I can hit up all the homeless guys now.
Well,
Fuck you do.
No, he's the litter collector on South Beach or whatever.
Man, I'm going home.
So can you believe how there's no trash left in
Go
trash
home,
cans
Ryan, go
anymore?
home.
Dude, we put the trash cans out there and they can't find them.
Shut the
Can
fuck
you
up.
believe how they're putting locks on the cans down at 87th Street?
So we're going to do a game where, based on
I
fans...
cannot wait for this. I'm going to go sit back over here in my corner.
Oh,
Just
God.
came over here to fuck shit up and walk away. Go home.
No, he's just
So-
happy because he knows I'm going to struggle dearly.
I can't wait.
You always do.
That's fine. I'll find a way.
All right. So based on fan submissions, the question was, give us some bands, and we will decide what we think the top 3 songs from that band is. Okay. Now we're obviously never gonna start with Greg because Greg probably doesn't even know most bands. So we'll
Willie
start with
Nelson.
Derek, who's our guest. Our
Willie Nelson.
Can we just go like the top 3 Schoolhouse rock songs or something?
And
I don't even know 3 songs by.
I'm
Schoolhouse
Just a
Rock.
Bill. You've never heard that one?
I've seen the memes.
Conjunction Junction.
Dave can
Seems horny.
Dave.
And I think that's the only 2 I got.
You don't even have 3.
I didn't have to. Those 2 are bangers, though.
Really? Yeah. They just slap, huh?
Well, no, I mean, seriously. I bet everybody knows it. I just
I know
ruined some
Conjunction
people's
Junction.
day because they remember those.
All right. Well, here we got 3
bet I
easy. We got 3 easy bands here. They're very easy. If you don't understand how to rate the top 3 songs of these bands, okay, you probably shouldn't be listening to music.
Boy,
So
I'm buckled in.
we're gonna start with Derek. Derek, the first band is the Eagles.
Oh, Californication.
That's
Good
the Red Hot
Lord,
Chili
anyway.
Peppers. That's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm going to go Hotel California because I don't know anything else after
That's
that.
the one I meant. That's the one I was going for.
Hey,
he
that's
stole
a
mine.
Great fucking
I want
TV
half
show
points.
With David Duchovny in it.
I'm sorry, I was born in 92 and not in 65 when the Eagles were relevant. That's my fault.
Boy, Don, I hope you're not listening.
I'm pretty sure they were relevant after 60. It was like 70s, wasn't it? Early 70s?
Fuck the Eagles.
70s, yeah.
Well, okay. Well, Ryan is apparently very anti-Eagles, but all right. So
That's just unpatriotic.
So you don't know any Eagles song at all?
Yeah, Hotel California.
Okay, are they Take It Easy? Did they do
That-
Take It
that-
Easy?
yep.
Okay, bang, got one. Done. I'm
that
out.
That was my favorite Eagles song.
Just very unpatriotic.
They also had the one.
Dude, nailed one. All right.
First time you've nailed anything in a while.
Yeah, also true.
Well, those are the 2 Eagles songs that I also know.
See, there we go. We topped the list. Top 3 songs of every band is like, if you don't know this, then you're not good. Dave couldn't name the third.
I mean, I wasn't prepared for this particular
I love
segment.
it.
All right. Well, here we'll do the next band. This one should be a lot easier. This
It's
should
your
be.
segment.
It's not. Well, I mean, I thought we abandoned it 2
And
weeks
you
ago.
literally-
We're going back to it
and
now.
you had the choice to not say the Eagles also. It's like, you looked at your phone.
There's
You gotta-
3
you
bands.
gotta go all
There's
of
3 bands that were submitted.
Well-
the next one should be a little easier.
You couldn't have improv'd a different one?
I mean, I can lie if you want, but
Well, dude, that's
well,
kind of kind of a thing.
I'm gonna go off fan of the show Adam Cole's post because damn it, he deserves it. He's
He's
probably
gonna
the
be
only
upset.
person listening to this shit right now.
He's going to be upset when we can't name 3 Eagles songs.
So the next one that he submitted was Queen. Queen. Come on, dude. I
can name a
name a
Queen
lot.
song. Even if you guys
Are we
name
going,
one,
are we
I can
going
actually
most
give one.
popular?
No, just what's your favorite?
What
our
you think is
favorite?
their best one?
I'm trying to shut.
Gosh, what's the name of it? I know the song. It's I'm burning through the.
Sing into the mic.
Nah, let me think about it.
Sing
it's,
into the mic.
I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. That's what it is. That's my
Don't
favorite.
stop me now.
That's a deep
I'm
pull.
having such a good time.
I was gonna say that's a
I'm
deep
having a
pull.
ball. Don't stop me now.
Don't stop me now.
Yeah, that's my favorite song. It gets me pumped every time I listen to Queen.
Okay,
That was solid.
that is solid.
Makes me
Greg.
feel like I'm getting pumped
Man,
by Queen.
I'm torn. I'm torn between 2. I don't know which one to
Better
go
not
with.
take mine.
I'm gonna just go Fat Bottom Girls, baby.
I mean, that's a solid song.
I
though.
love
that's,
Fat
that's
Bottom
a good
Girls.
one. That's a good one. I mean, it's also ironic because of Freddie Mercury, but he did like them fat bottoms.
I think that was influenced by his band members, but that's also okay.
Listen, Freddie, you don't like this, but we love this song.
So we need to do this, Freddie. We need to do this.
Well, on the irony of that song and Freddie Mercury, I'm gonna go with Bicycle
Bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike.
This is why we can never ever be a band.
Dude, see, I hate music. I don't know any of this.
But the ironic part of this, and you can look this up on your own time, the music video that they shot for that particular song is literally like 50 women completely topless riding bicycles around like a track, you know, at like a school or something like that. Yeah, it's.
What's funny is, like, I remember that album, like, that came out because it also had Fat Bottom Girls on it. It also had a girl with a fat bottom on a bicycle.
See,
They're gonna
that's
have
why
to-
Queen was so good. There was levels to their.
She probably
Honorable
washed the
mention
seat
to
after
We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You, I guess.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian. Oh, my God. How did we not go with that one?
Apparently, we're not white enough.
Um,
That was a very. That
It's
was a
got
very
opera in it. We don't mess with that.
that was a Caucasian poll for sure.
yeah, absolutely. Wayne's World.
Somebody to love.
Yep.
I mean, Queen's got some bangers out there,
Yes,
man.
they
I
do.
mean, they
want
really
to
do.
break free.
Oh,
Want to break free.
I want to break free.
Damn, look.
Yeah.
look at you.
Wow.
Look at
I-
you. Look at that. What that cucumber water did.
All of our fathers are
That stop
disappointed
was- that
in us
stop
right
was
now.
worth
We
it.
couldn't come up with a single Eagles song, but we know the entire Queen compendium.
We know the whole catalog.
the whole discography, and what their music videos look like and their album art. But we
Yes.
couldn't name more than 2 Eagles songs.
I kind of think that, hey, like, no pun intended, but I feel like that speaks volumes. It's like, I'm just saying, that speaks volumes.
Oh my God, that's a thing. All right, well, this one I'm thinking should also be easy, but I don't know. The Eagles kind of fucked me up, so I don't know exactly how this is gonna go. But Adam Cole's third submission was the Beatles.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, I'll head this one off because there's one Beatles song that I do actually like a lot, and it's
what's that?
Revolution.
I love
They
Revolution.
want revolution, well, you know.
Yeah, but what's the
Actually,
short,
that wasn't bad harmony, actually.
what's the
Y'all
short
want to
bus song?
save the world.
Yeah.
What?
The short bus song? We all live on a...
Yellow submarine.
Marine.
Oh.
Yellow Submarine.
Ooh, I am the walrus.
Oh, I am one of the
I
walrus.
am the
solid.
Eggman. I am the Eggman.
I am the walrus.
Cuckoo-cuckoo. Like, that's just the dumbest lyrics ever.
It is.
But you know what? That's how Red Hot
Man,
Chili
I'm going
Peppers got
home.
famous,
Fuck
was through
yeah.
stupid lyrics.
Well,
so,
but
you know.
I also liked Strawberry Fields Forever.
It's
I
hit or
did.
miss. Come Together. That was a good
Oh,
song. Come
that was
Together
my
a
daughter's
good one.
favorite song when she was a baby. That's the only thing. that
Don't
calmed
laugh,
her down.
Ryan, like you've ever done that with a woman.
No, what I'm saying is like that song. I would play that song.
Thank
and
you for getting that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was a stretch.
that was a song that my daughter like. That was the only thing when she was a baby / toddler that would just shut her up. You put, yeah, you just play that and she just like, and she would just sit there and just listen and she'd do her little like shimmy, and then that was like, dude, I'm not kidding. I have a video of it. It's pretty cute, but like, there's that one. Then there's Hey Jude.
Actually, Hey Jude is not bad. I catch myself singing that every once in a while.
Across the Universe is good too.
What's the one? Do the Beatles sing this? The
All You Need Is Love.
You guys literally
I mean,
said you
yeah.
couldn't name a lot of Beatles songs, and you've now named like 10.
no, I can name them. I just don't like most Beatles songs.
I enjoy them.
What it
never
ground
listened.
control to Captain Tom? Is that the Beatles?
Wasn't that Elton John?
I don't know about that.
It's
I was
not
about to
Elton
say, I was
John.
like, I don't know about that
It's
one.
not Elton John, but I don't think it's the Beatles either. I don't know. If you know who that is, leave that in the comments because I'm gonna lose
Well,
sleep over that.
there's
for
the
sure.
John Lennon one. That's Imagine. I don't know if that counts or not, but that was all John Lennon.
No, it's the Beatles, not John Lennon.
Was it?
Well, I mean, you could pick up Paul McCartney's songs too if you wanted to start going
Well,
that route.
I guess
you
you're
know,
right, but like John,
if he had
Imagine,
a good one,
Imagine, or what was the other one? It was like
Good talk.
It was like I couldn't think of the other one.
Nope, you get
But it's
3
Let
seconds
It Be.
of dead air.
Let It Be.
Oh, okay. Let It Be is good. Let It Be is good. Let It Be is good.
That's
All
what I was trying to
Well,
think
how about this? Just to round this out, because I don't know. I mean, here, put it this way. I'm just gonna say some names of other bands that people put. Anybody know anything by Angels and Airwaves?
Never heard of her.
Right. Mariana's Trench,
Never heard of her.
Gunship,
Never heard of her.
The Revivalists,
I feel like I've heard of one, but I don't know what it is.
St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
All
Never
of
heard
these
of
sound
her.
like Christian rock bands.
What? Really? Christian rock bands?
Not all of them.
Gunship?
Yeah, that doesn't sound very Christian.
It's open to interpretation.
St. Paul and the Broken Bones seems really emo Christian rock.
Emo Christian rock.
Very
Hey,
emo
everybody
Christian
has
rock.
A niche.
It actually does.
It's
It's a niche
all right,
group.
So how about this? We'll go one by one. We'll go Derek. We'll go Greg, and then I'll finish it off. You give a band. The other two got to name what they think is the best song by that band.
Well, I'm going to start out with the greatest band of all time, Nickelback.
Leader of Men, and that is easy. And you can't take mine. You got to come up with.
I don't know.
Hey, bro. Look
You
at
want-
this
you want me-
photograph.
yeah, I was about to say, you want me to say photograph? Like, that's like
I want
literally.
you
That's
to.
like that's the only one I know.
That's the only Nickelback song you know?
Yeah, because I don't listen to him.
Well, this is how you remind me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that. I don't know what it's called, but yes, I've heard of it.
I
Pick
like
one.
it.
Apparently, pick one between the two. I don't know.
That one then. I don't care. It's like leave Derek with photograph. I don't care. It's like those two songs, the photograph and the one you just started singing. Is like all I know.
The photograph. The photograph.
I don't fucking know.
I don't think. What is the name to that song? Look at this photograph. Every time I do it,
Photograph.
makes me laugh. Is it really photograph?
It's Photograph.
It is photograph. Okay, well, you knew more about Nickelback. That's all
How about that?
right. Well, pick a band.
Let's go like Garth Brooks.
And the
Thunder
Thunder,
rolls.
rolls.
No, fuck you. You took that from me.
Yep, if you sing it, you get the points.
Fine.
And the Thunder rolls.
I got friends in
low.
I don't care. Hey, Garth Brooks got some bangers out
Yeah, he
there.
does.
Okay, he does. Y'all trying to trip everybody up? Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it a little bit harder for you guys. I'm gonna go with the Backstreet Boys.
Everybody.
Is that the Tell Me Why?
Yeah.
Did they do the?
Yeah. I can't get that high note. I'm just gonna go low. Okay.
They did.
I'm gonna be the Lance Bass or whatever.
They did the Tell Me Why one, right?
I think so.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but
Yeah.
a
It
hum.
was
That's
either
them, right?
Or, what's the other one?
NSYNC?
NSYNC. Yeah, it was them or NSYNC.
I don't.
I'll
Remember.
give you credit because I don't know either.
I just know Kelly's been singing it recently to where I'm just like, yep.
I mean,
Backstreet's
either one
back.
of you. I was about to say either one of you could have just said Backstreet's back and not had to worry
Oh,
about this
okay.
situation.
I already said Backstreet's back.
Yeah, he just
Well, they're all the same song. So, all right.
Essentially.
To wrap it
They're all
up,
the same.
everybody say one disparaging thing about Ryan. So when he finally listens to this podcast, because he's not down here right now, it'll be a fun thing for him to hear at the very end.
No matter how many times he tells you that he doesn't shower or bathe, that motherfucker is the most clean, hygienically proper human being ever.
Well, that was more nice than
I know.
disparaging.
How many
No,
times
it's a
are you smelling
compliment.
this man's belly button?
I don't
What are
gotta
you
smell
doing?
shit, but this motherfucker tries to tell everybody he don't shower. He's like, how do you think
Listen.
I'll get this hair all like this? I don't wash it. No, that dude washes it. Like, he has
we
more
know
hair.
he has beard
Dude, he's
oil.
got more hair product than I've ever seen.
We're like, talk shit on Ryan. He smells good.
I would never say this to his face, but he's the nicest man I've ever met. Has incredible potential.
See,
Why
here we
would
go.
you say that to his face?
Because that's unnecessary. Yes, that's something you say it as eulogy.
Oh,
Just saying.
He has a third nipple.
ew.
Now, okay, you want to say, like, why do you know that? What do you want? It's like, you're the one with the third nipple knowledge. Okay.
You've never seen him shirtless?
No.
Lucky motherfucker.
Things just poking out there.
It's like little pepperoni sausages just everywhere on that chest. And not a third one, there's 13. Like, I don't know.
You tried to milk it, didn't you?
Oh, God.
You totally did.
If it's got a nipple, you can milk it.
That's right. So you
get
you
Ben
said that
Stiller.
earlier.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Sorry that you had to or you decided to get this long into it if you actually did. I'd like to thank our special guest, Derek Skiles.
All right. Now.
All right. And then also Greg Porter and Ryan's quick Sasquatch appearances. We will catch you guys next week. Take it easy.